the better. It's the same. We started the journey almost 9 years ago, and today we can attest that the results of that has been improved food security, improved nutrition security for the counties. Kagrc was first certified in 2012, as you heard, with ISO 9001-2008. The new certification, therefore, positions Kagrc in the world map in terms of production, preservation, and conservation of superior animal genetic material that conform to international standards. We are no longer serving the Kenyan farmer. In 1946, when Kagrc started production of semen, it was basically for the Kenyan farmer. But today, we are exporting semen to other countries. Recently, we mentioned just a few. We exported to Rwanda, we have exported to Nigeria, we have exported to Zimbabwe, and other countries in Africa. And we want to export even to outside Africa. And the only way to do that is through such certification, because those customers out there will be able to recognize Kagrc when they know that the processes they follow can be traced and are certified by an international organization. So we are lucky because that is key for us. It is Kagrc's desire to diversify semen production in other species, such as soon to be completed called AI syndrome. Very soon, farmers will also receive semen for goats, whether dairy or meat goats, or our new center in Donga. And we hope that by May, they'll be able to begin getting the semen. There is also other species we are looking at, as Dr. Kagrc alluded to, including the pigs, the poultry, and other species that we need to improve, even the camel. So it's our desire that we bring on board all these species. Also, there is the embryo transfer technology that has begun, and the embryo transfer technology is supplementary to artificial insemination. This will bring in top quality animals for us. It can be cattle, sheep, goats, all that for this country. And we hope that this will revolutionize our milk and meat production, so that we are not only able to feed Kenya, but we'll also be able to export, and the farmers will be able to have more money in their pockets. Kagrc will establish pig and poultry multiplication centers, as well as setting up a national gene bank. This is a national gene bank for our livestock. Currently, we don't have one in the country. This is critical because we keep on losing some of our best genes as we progress. Unfortunately, some of the top safe animals might be gone. And we hope that with the establishment of this, it will help us a lot so that we conserve our animals. Ladies and gentlemen, what this means to us as a sender is that we now stand to experience continual improvement in all our processes. Improved financial returns, identification of the sender stakeholders, and understanding their needs and expectations. Continual improvement and review of our policies, motivation of staff, and commitment of the sender's top leadership. Improved image of the sender regionally and internationally. Enhanced customer satisfaction levels. I therefore urge all our stakeholders to embrace the implementation of ISO 9001-2015 Quality Management System certification in order to experience and enjoy the benefits it offers. Lastly, ladies and gentlemen, I sincerely want to express my gratitude to each and everyone who in one way or another was involved in the success of this remarkable event, starting with the PS. The PS has helped us to ensure that we have resources, we have enabling environment to be able to deliver. So we are grateful to PS for that. As my colleague Dr. Wanga alluded to, when we were transferred from livestock to crop development and agriculture research, we were worried. But today, on a PS, I stand as a testimony that it was the best move for us as Kagrc, because we have expanded and we have become visible in not only in Kenya. When we have our discussions, you could see when we are followed in from America, in Asian countries and so forth. And this is because of our able PS who enabled us and gave us space to express ourselves. More so, I thank you all for joining us in celebrating the feat that Kagrc has achieved. It was not easy, it was a long journey, and your presence today is a celebration for us as Kagrc. Confucius once said, it does not matter how slowly you go, as long in your respective areas, as the past cannot be changed, but the future we strive for is yet in our power. Thank you all for your presence, and may God bless you all. God bless Kenya Animal Genetic Resources. God bless Kenya. Thank you all. It is my cardinal duty to invite the chairman of the board of directors of Kagrc, Professor James Wapacha. Our chairman has guided us very, very well and has assisted Kagrc to achieve its excellency. The chairman, who is 4 months old, in the 4 months he has achieved a lot. Professor Wapacha, please come and give your remarks.
Thank you, MD, Professor Hamadi Boga, the Principal Secretary, State Department for Crop Development and Agricultural Research, the representative of our PS, Principal Secretary, State Department of Livestock, the CECs present, led by Audax, welcome. The directors, Kagrc Board of Management, present, and if you allow me, the PS, I will request my fellow directors probably come over, if you have money to come. Mr. Katonda, Margaret, Martin also joined them. When the journey started, we were part of the team. Maybe Mr. Katonda, you can see how it is. Mr. Katonda represent the PS treasurer, please just say that.
Good morning, everyone. Happy to be part of this team. Thank you, Mr. PS, for being with us, and we're happy to be and enjoying with us this achievement. Thank you.
Good morning, everybody. I'm Martin Ngomat. I've been in charge of research and technical committee of the board. We've walked this journey together. So I'm from Mount Elgon, the end of Kenya. So I'm happy to join you in this occasion. Like I'm a black, you associate me with the pressure. So you see.
Good morning. I'm Dr. Margaret Makela. I represent the PS. Today he's here as a guest. Otherwise, I'm his alternate representative in the board of directors. I'm happy to have all here. Thank you.
Good morning. My name is Ruth Megai. I'm an independent board member. I chair the audit committee. Bwana PS, thank you for being here with us. We are very proud of what Kagrc has achieved, and we are welcoming the celebrations. Thank you.
Good morning, everyone. My name is Zena Chala. I'm an independent director. Also one of the few that also come from the farthest corner, from the coast. And I was in the finance and also audit. Thank you.
Good morning, all of you. I'm Dr. Paul Marigi. I'm representing the Director of Veteran Services. Thank you.
Thank you. We have Mr. John Gevi. John is not with us, and Dr. Murevi also who is not with us. So that is a team providing the top leadership in terms of strategy and policy at Kagrc. You can take your seat. Thank you very much. Dr. David Kios, Managing Director, Kagrc, the MD Bureau Veritas, Directors present, from DAP, Director of Veterinary Services. I'm very proud to have the team, the Genetic Advisory Committee. It's my great pleasure to have you around. Kagrc staff, I'm very, very proud of you, led by your commander, led by your MD, Dr. Kios. I'm 4 months old, and this is a wonderful team to work with. Keep on going. Partners, stakeholders, agents, distinguished guests, ladies and gentlemen, good morning. Allow me, on behalf of the board of management of Kagrc, to thank the Kagrc management, the staff, and all others who have contributed to the attainment of ISO 9001-2015 certification. The attainment of ISO 9000-2015 standard reflects the desire of both the board and staff for a management system that positions Kagrc as a leading producer of superior animal genetic material in line with its mandate, vision, and mission. Like it has been said, I'm only 4 months old in this institution. And I take this early opportunity to thank His Excellency, the President of the Republic of Kenya, for the appointment as the chairperson of Kagrc Board. I also take this opportunity to thank my fellow directors for their passion and commitment to serve this great institution. Distinguished guests, ladies and gentlemen, the contribution of Kagrc, formerly KAIS, to the development of the dairy industry in Kenya through provision of high-quality genetic material for the improvement of dairy cattle is well recognized. Kagrc has contributed significantly to the nourishment of the Kenyan people through provision of high nutritious animal source foods in form of dairy products and meat, thus contributing to the government's agenda on food and nutrition security. To respond to the needs of the livestock stakeholders and to improve the availability and accessibility of Kagrc products and services, Kagrc in the recent past has undertaken the following: installed and operationalized 3 liquid nitrogen plants, developed services and products by opening 6 sub-centers across the country, established Goat AI Center in Ahiti Domba in Kagrc County, that will be commissioned soon, initiated the Embryo Transfer project, enhanced collaboration and partnerships with the county government, is evident in this boom, and improves its infrastructure. The attainment of ISO 9001:2015 certification is therefore a milestone at a time when Kagrc is expanding its services and products. Kagrc will soon start producing goat semen at the Kagrc Sub-Center to support goat farmers improve their yields. With a reduction in large sizes, goat farming is an ideal venture for most households in the country. To further support the development and utilization of animal genetic resources in the country, Kagrc, in addition to embarking on goat semen production, will embark on semen sexing and poultry and pea multiplication efforts. Kagrc will also be embarking on using its cryopreservation infrastructure for the conservation of our Kenyan animal genetic resources for the current and future generations. Ladies and gentlemen, all the highlighted plans, projects require committed and motivated staff with appropriate competencies in various areas, including technology, professionalism, management, and administrations, which are the cornerstone of the ISO 9001:2015 certification. Ladies and gentlemen, before I conclude, let me take this opportunity to thank the Ministry of Agriculture, Livestock, Fisheries and Cooperatives for the support we have received as Kagrc. The PS of Crop Development and Agricultural Research, please accept our appreciation and thank you. God bless you all, and God bless Kenya Animal Genetic Resources Center.
Our chief guest, Professor Amadi Boga, distinguished guests, ladies and gentlemen, at this juncture, we wish to play a short video concerning Kenya Animal Genetic Resources Center. It's on the other end. Fine.
That's why I don't get this out. It's really good. It's really good.
Agricultural Society of Kenya shows, exhibitions, print and electronic media, as well as the Kenya Animal Genetic Resources Centre social media platforms. The Kenya Animal Genetic Resources Centre has devolved its products and services to the farming communities through its substations in Kutus, Kirinyaga County, Sotik, Bomet County, Eldoret Wasin Gisha County, Shuka Tharakanithi, and Naihuru Nyandarua County. The Kenya Animal Genetic Resources Centre has also appointed distribution agents countrywide in addition to collaborating with counties in availing its products and services. The Kenya Animal Genetic Resources Centre has been keen on tapping into the export market for its products, mainly the Boran and Sahiwal breeds. The centre has previously exported to Botswana, Uganda, Mali, Zimbabwe and Burkina Faso. Recently, the Kenya Animal Genetic Resources Centre delivered 2,500 doses of Sahiwal semen to Rwanda, and in the next few weeks 4,000 doses of assorted breeds will be exported to Burundi. In addition to the wide range of products and services, the centre targets to distribute embryos, dairy goat semen, as well as diversify into poultry and pig multiplication projects. The centre remains committed to providing timely, effective and efficient services. The Kenya Animal Genetic Resources Centre for Superior Animal Genetics, improved livestock productivity and profitable farming enterprises. For more information, contact us through 07 288999767 or 0786204400. You can also write to us through info@kagrc.go.ke.
Thank you very much for that very refreshing clip. And now it's my humble duty to welcome our chief guest, Professor Hamandi Idiboga, the Principal Secretary, State Department for Crop Development and Agricultural Research, to address us. Professor.
Thank you very much, Chairman, Professor Abacha, and Managing Director, Dr. Kios. Let me take this opportunity to congratulate Kagrc on the achievement of this ISO certificate. I think from what we know about ISO, it's all about mapping the processes so that you can assure customers about the quality of the product and how to continuously improve on services that we give to the customers. I think this is a very important undertaking for all government institutions, because we have always been having challenges of quality service. So for organizations to map out their processes and develop procedures that they will use as they serve their customers, I think this is very key. Kagrc, Calro, Kentech, KEFIS, AFA, all these organizations are very important for different aspects of the value chains in the agriculture sector. And so we see them separately as satellites, but I think the agriculture sector would struggle without these institutions, especially institutions like Kagrc and Calro and Kentech and the KEFRI and the Kefavapi. All these are knowledge institutions. And I think the biggest challenge that our agriculture faces is the fact that the knowledge institutions are doing their part, but the customers, especially the smallholder farmers, who are carrying the bulk of our agriculture. I think the linkage through extension services to these knowledge institutions is still weak. And so in most of Kenya and Africa, we suffer what is known as the productivity gap. And I think the aspiration of Kenya having 100% food and nutrition security really lies on the shoulders of these knowledge institutions. Because between Kagrc and the farmer lies the ability of that farmer to move from 2 liters per day of milk to maybe 50 liters a day. The interaction and the extension and the sharing of the genetics and knowledge, and the acceptance and the ability of the Kenyan farmer to move beyond culture to science-led production is where we will either be able to be food secure or we will miss the boat of food security. And this applies both to the animal side as well as to the crop side, because the science out there has enabled most of the farmers in Europe and in the Americas to do metric tons per hectare for maize, while we are still at 1.5 metric tons per hectare. That is where America was in 1920s, and that's where we still are. And the gap is because our knowledge institutions, we need to support them more and invest in them more so that they can deliver the knowledge that will transform our agricultural systems. So I really appreciate the work that is done at Kagrc, the fact that they are preserving our genetics, both the indigenous genetics for posterity as well as new genetics that is imported to support our own production system. And I think for those who have participated in conversations around the Convention on Biological Diversity, they know and they appreciate that genetics is wealth and genetics is money. And I think the sooner the people who are resisting the idea of genetics, the sooner we are able to overcome that barrier, the better we can unleash the potential in biological diversity that is in Kenya. Because if you look at the Kenyan island, it's a wealth of biological diversity. And for us to be able to tap into that wealth, it means investing in science and knowledge, but also it means investing in biological resource centers that conserve this biodiversity, both in situ and ex situ. That means in the laboratory as well as in natural systems. And for a long time, when I was at the university, I championed, working with the COST, National Commission for Science, Technology and Innovation, I championed the idea of having a Kenya Biological Resource Center. There was a lot of politics in it. People wanted to own it before it had even been created. So in the end, there's a gene bank at Kagrc that deals with crops. There's Kagrc, and at the museums, there's something going on there. And at the national level, we don't have visibility of it because it's hard to build consensus around these institutions. But I think it's very important that whatever form or shape it takes, even Europe, they didn't consolidate their biological resource centers so quickly. But with time, they realized the potential that comes from such institutions when they brought them together and linked them across Europe, but also across the globe through knowledge sharing networks. So I think this is important that even as we do the strategic, the ISO and plans for growth, we think also about how to position ourselves internally and externally to be knowledge centers that support the agriculture sector and that helps us to bridge the productivity gap, which is the curse of the African farmer. The fact that they can't produce enough, so they can't make profit. So they get frustrated in their farming and so they abandon farming. And so I think Kagrc plays a very crucial role in the fact that they are collaborating with counties. This is most welcome because most of agriculture is devolved. I think the challenge is to make sure that even as we move from Nairobi to the counties, the qualities are maintained, and through the process of ISO, then we can assure qualities, because the units that are being established across the country are supposed to apply the same standards and the same procedures so that the quality of service is maintained. And I also appreciate the fact that Kagrc is diversifying its products, not just sticking to cows or to dairy or for beef, but also to goat and to chicken, to pigs, and so on and so forth, because of the demand in the market. And of course, I know Kagrc is still breeding, and they have some of the solutions for the different agroecologies in the country. And I think the synergy between Kagrc and Kagrc is a perfect fit to enable us continue supporting the agriculture sector. I have noted the concern that was there, because Kagrc is basically an institution that should be in the State Department of Livestock. It came our way through the State Department of Agricultural Research, because Kagrc was recognized as sort of a research institution, although it's actually a production kind of support institution. But I think either way, the way I interpreted it is that this is a place where we have a repository of genetics and knowledge, and so we handle it that way, and knowing very well that there is unity in biology, and once the science is understood, it can be managed from any quarters. But I have also made a recommendation that it be taken back to livestock, where it belongs. I don't know why they are not implementing it. Yeah, so it has been a great pleasure really supporting and working with Kagrc and the other research organizations that support our agriculture. I know for a fact that if we have to transform our agriculture, we have to invest more in the knowledge systems. First, because that is what drives transformation. Second, because we are living in a changing climate, so we have to keep pace, so the technologies have to evolve. And we have to invest more in science and extension and anything that supports the knowledge side. I know there is a tendency, because of political consideration, to invest in subsidies. But what I've seen is that if you give a farmer seeds and fertilizer like this, without the knowledge that accompanies those products, the results will be most likely not very satisfactory. I've visited farmers who kind of growing maize forever, but they still plant 4 maize seeds in a hole instead of 1, and they place the fertilizer right in the middle of the hole instead of on the side. So in the end, the purpose of giving that farmer the seeds and the fertilizer is lost, because the productivity gains are not achieved. So I'm a champion of investing in our knowledge organizations, and we will see the results. So we need to be more of us championing this every time, and we need to resist the temptations for subsidies, because these are events. These are events. You do it, and then you step back, you watch for results, but they don't come, and they never come, because the subsidies are not anchored in any knowledge structures. And most countries have shifted sort of from bulk purchase of things like fertilizer and seeds. If the farmer knows which seeds are suitable for their farm, they will look for it. If the farmer knows which fertilizer is suitable for their farm, they will look for it. What I know from my statistics is that only 8% of Kenyan farmers test their soil, for example, before they buy the fertilizer. Otherwise, they just wake up and go and buy the fertilizer, whether it's the right one or not, which is a misinvestment. And those are some of the challenges. And the solution lies with the owners of knowledge who are here. And we need to figure out how to persuade, especially the National Treasury, to fund these knowledge institutions and the knowledge processes and the extension systems all the way to the counties for us to really benefit from the sweat of the smallholder farmers. So I think as we move forward, it's important to make sure that institutions like this are supported and retained, because they enable us to participate fully in the Convention on Biological Diversity, where we are required, obligated almost, to conserve biological diversity through such institutions. And it also enables us to reap from the Nagoya Protocol, where you can discuss access and benefit sharing, especially when we are sharing biological resources. And so far, I think the mandates are scattered across many institutions, which needs to speak with one voice so that we can have structures and system of supporting scientific endeavors which lead to knowledge that supports our agriculture sector. So I'd like to take this opportunity to congratulate Kagrc for attaining ISO 9001:20 certification. And this is a clear testimony of the commitment to maintaining quality standards and efficiency in the provision of products and services to farmers. Thank you, and God bless you.
Tumpigie mgeni wetu wa heshima makofi tena. Another round of applause. Thank you so much, our chief guest, Professor Amadi Boga. Professor akienda kuketi, ningependa kusema kwamba niliona clip moja na sikujua profesa anajua kupepeta mpira. Alikuwa anapepeta mpira vizuri sana, na nikaona na nikajua kwamba he supports Senegal, Bayern Munich and Arsenal. That talent can only be found in those three teams. The rest are just wanatusindikiza tu. Oh, West Ham. Yeah, it comes second. Thank you very much. Now, tunaingia kipindi cha tatu ambacho ni kipindi cha mwisho, na tutakuwa na, kabla tuende ile unveiling ya certificate yetu, tutakiita kikundi cha Kayamba Music na tutumbuize kwa wimbo moja, ingawaje msiimbe ule ulikuwa unasema ati waluya ati radio na salamu na kutuma salamu. Asante sana, karibu.
Sorry, that was in a light touch, but of course we know lawyers love kuku. And we all know how to ride bicycles, just like the PS knows how to dribble the ball. So we want to invite you to be upstanding. We shake leg a little bit before you unveil. Haya, piga kuweka mabega kidogo sasa, mabega, and maybe the chief guest and our guests here should join us on stage so that everybody can join us as well. Let's appreciate our chief guest and our guest.
utinya, mwana wa mama huruma, alimbele mrani, alifafisavye, alimbele mrani, anaopanda kwa mna, alimbele mrani, alifafisavye, alimbele mrani, anaopanda kwa mna. This way. Odili, Odada, to the right, to the right. Odada, Odili, Odada, Odili, Odada. Mulongo, mwana mama utinya, mwana wa mama huruma, mwana wa mama utinya, mwana wa mama huruma. Mulongo, 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 mwana wa mama. Sijali, sijali. You only have one right hand and the leg. Lift up. Unazunguka. Hey, hey. Haya, makofi ya juu, makofi. Ukizunguka kolile manambe kolile haya hey haya hey haya hey haya hey. Let's go chini kidogo tu. Free aerobics and gym kwa sababu ulikuja mapema sana leo. Ukarumbera sifwa siju hapo kolile ya kolile mama ya kolile shika bila kolile. Thank you. Let's appreciate Thank you very much.
Asante sana. Thank you very much. At this stage. Thank you very much Kayamba Music. Na pia tunashukuru mgeni wetu wa heshima, tunaona ako fit. Na wageni wetu wote wako fit. And thank you all for enjoying the music. Nilikuwa nafikiria pia mtatuwekea ya kule mgeni wa heshima anatoka kidogo. Msisahau kabla aende. So we want to unveil the ISO certification, the ISO certificate, ISO 9001-2015 certificate, and if we could get some background music. Na tusherekee wote tukipiga makofi. Aya, makofi. Tupiga makofi. Makofi. Tupige Congratulations. That is truly tupige makofi tafadhali. Let's continue applause. Asante sana. Now, at this stage, the guest of honor and the chairman will hand over the certificate. The guest of honor will hand over the certificate to the chairman of the Kagrc Board of Directors. Tupige makofi tafadhali wakati certificate inapeanwa. That's truly wonderful and is a big achievement for Kenya Animal Genetic Resources Center. We are truly proud of that as an institution. Thank you very much. So Kagrc is fully ISO certified. Just another pose for the cameras. Tuliambia unasema 66. Yeah, it's a very, very beautiful day for Kagrc. Thank you very much. The next stage, thank you very much. Please, wageni wetu, please take your seats. Hatua inayofuata sasa ni ya kukata keki, na wakati huu nitamwalika Dr. Margaret Makelo ambaye atatuongoza katika hiki kipindi cha kukata keki. Karibu Daktari Makelo. The cake is coming. Where I come from, we are told if you don't have a bite of the cake, then you are not here. And director knows that. So you make sure before you leave, please take a bite.
Thank you so much, Bwana MC. Our guest of honor, Professor Hamad Boga, the PS, State Department for Crop Development and Agricultural Research. Thank you so much for gracing the occasion. As the Kagrc family, we are here to celebrate the quality. And from your speech, you indicated and you strongly say that we need to appreciate biodiversity. We need to conserve the genes that we have in our gene banks. We need to improve our genetic resources. And actually that is the vision for Kagrc, and that is for superior animal genetics. And as you well said, on matters visibility, we are still behind. And today is one of those occasions that will put Kagrc in the space that it should be. And you have always been the best leader you have guided all of us, and you have even brought out the strengths in us that we didn't know. I'm proud to be one of your officers. And today, as I stand here in the Kagrc family, I say that we have done the best that we can through your guidance. The cake today just symbolizes the quality that we are celebrating today. And the quality is in terms of the diversity of the ingredients that were used in this cake. The knowledge that was put in it for it to be quality. And the visibility in terms of the decoration that gives it. So as we all partake on this cake, we are saying that we are embracing quality in totality. And therefore, at this point, I would really kindly and humbly request our chief guest, the chairman, the MD, kindly come forward so that we cut this cake, because when we are now ISO certified, we are saying we do quality things and not quantity. So kindly, Prof, our chief guest, and Kayamba Africa, can you lead us in this special moment of cutting this cake? And on the cake, it is Kagrc celebrates ISO 9001 2015 QMS certification by BV. BV certification. I'm not sure if they were recognized. Yeah, the Bureau Veritas team, because I know how thorough they are and we are proud of them. So kindly, Kayamba, lead us into cutting the cake. He's trying to ensure that there is symmetry and therefore the quality is maintained. Let us clap for our guest as he unveils the quality that we have worked so hard to get. Thank you so much, our chief guest, Bwana PS. And for sure it is that he's cutting. And we all appreciate that sio ugali anakata, and therefore hatutahitaji boga kula hiyo ugali. Sasa hii ni keki na tunamuomba kwamba ye awe wa kwanza kutuhakikishia kwamba hiyo keki ni keki sio ugali. Keki hiyo tamu. Kata keki kata, kata kata, kata keki kata. Asante sana. Hata pia nimeambiwa ni hatuhakikishie kwamba sio ugali ni keki, and therefore the first person wa kuonja ndio atupe ruhusa ni Bwana PS, our guest. So Bona, kindly you start the process because tuna meza mate. Na amesema kweli nita My mic. Okay. Thank you so much, Bwana PS. You can now take a seat. Ladies and gentlemen, the cake is enough and quality for all of us. And Kayamba, kindly continue singing for us. And I request that my team from Kagrc Centers kindly come over. We cut this cake and serve our guests so that they continue savoring the quality. Kindly, all of us from Kagrc.